Right. Let me see. The first energy I've got coming through is a male. Now, I don't know if how he's connected to you yet. Come through a bit closer. I'm asking him for his name and I'm struggling, but this is going to sound so random, what he's giving me, but he's giving me butter.
Butter?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's giving me butter. Surely he's not surnames, not butter. Come a bit closer, I might get you. Just come a bit closer for me. Right. I think it's like a den. Do you understand a den in spirit?
Yeah.
He's the one who's giving me butter.
Change the card now. Buttery.
Right, there you go. That's why he's giving me butter. I don't know. They just give me the most random stuff. I mean, it's like I'm walking about now with a pack of Lurpak. It's just,
Yeah.
Right, he's stepping forward. I don't know how he's connected to you because he hasn't told me.
Yeah.
It's sort of like coming forward as though to say, this is real, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I didn't know it was real. I'm like, I know, but it is real.
Yeah.
I don't feel he's been gone that long. But I feel it's making me feel like you're close to somebody who he's close to as well.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. What you telling me? Come a bit closer, and then I might get you. Come a bit closer. It says thank you for the acknowledgement. So I don't know if what you've done, but thank you for the acknowledgement. And he was quite touched as well that quite a few people actually not turned out, but I mean acknowledged him. It was like he didn't realise he was that, not special, that's the wrong word to use, but you know, like when somebody passes over and it's like, bloody hell, I didn't realise they knew that many, or I didn't realise they were that important. And it's like one of them, and it's like, wow. It was like, wow. He's all right now. Obviously, he's in spirit. He's fine now.
Yeah.
But he's still telling me, and I don't know why, but he's still telling me that he checks on the garden.
Right, okay.
So I don't know why. I don't know if somebody's got a garden that he liked or he liked being outside. I don't know, but he checks on the garden. So I have to give that to you. Now I've got a female coming in. I don't know if she's connected to this man. I don't know. But do you have mother or grandmother in spirit?
Yes.
Because I believe I've got either mother or grandmother, but I can't work out yet which one it is. All right, just give me a give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm feeling it's your mum.
Right.
Because it's like a close link. But this is, again, I'm going to give you it as I get it, right? Do you know why she's apologising?
No.
Right, let me ask her. Did you look after mum before she passed over?
Yeah.
That's why she's apologising. She feels like she was some kind of burden or something, and it's like she put pressure on you. And I feel like don't need to apologise, but sometimes people do. Yeah. It's just how they are. I can't help what she said, but that's, it's like, I'm so sorry. And was she a bit like, and when I say, well, I talk now, it's more like a character of her. she was very quick in the sense of in her younger days, if she was washing the pots and doing the kitchen, she'd do it all in a flash. And then when she'd done that, she'd find something else to do. She was always on the go. She was a bit of a busy bee.
Yeah.
That's because it's like she's going from one room to the other, and I'm like, what you doing? And she's like, if she saw, well, if she could do my house, I'd let her do it, I'm telling you. But honestly, she's like one of them people who just goes and does, she starts off washing a cup and then she ends up pulling your cupboards out and sorting them all out, and that's the character I feel she is.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know why she's giving me this. She might be taking me back to your childhood with this, but she's giving me a doll.
Right.
And I feel as though there's a doll that's relevant from her in your childhood.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but I have to give you the doll, so it's like a memory thing for her. Right, what else are you giving me? Do you understand where the watch comes in? It's either like a watch or a bracelet or something.
No.
Because I feel like she's putting like a watch or a bracelet on my wrist. So I don't know if you were meant to get something. I'm not sure. But I feel like she's putting a watch or a bracelet on my wrist.
Right.
Okay, right. This man's still here. And I have to tell you that he's acknowledging a little girl on the earth plane.
Right.
And I feel this little girl knows when he's there. I don't know who she is, but I feel she knows when he's there because he's really connecting with her.
Okay.
Right, I'm going back to your mother. It's like I'm talking to him and then your mother's like, no. I'm like, all right then. you get yourself in, girl. Come and sit down, have a cup of tea. Right. I need to say to you from her as well, you are stronger than you think you are. It's like everybody in their lives, and I know this, everybody in their lives has always got some drama, haven't we? Even if it's something simple to other people, but to us it's a major thing, and it can be a major thing. And I feel like you're at the point of either shouting and screaming or having like a Greek wedding and throwing all your plates on the floor. That's just how she's making me feel. And I feel like I need to say to you, you are stronger than you think you are, and you will get through this. I'm getting like a change as well. I feel like there's a change coming. Are you in the care sector?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's some kind of change coming in the care sector, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a change coming. So I don't know if you're gonna like change your hours, change your job, change whatever, but I do feel there's some kind of change coming for you. I really do.
Right.
The reason I said care sector as well was because in my mind's eye, she gave me a uniform. And if I get the blue uniform for some reason, it's normally like a nurse. But if I get like it's like a purpley one, sometimes it's the care. It's mad how I do it, but
Yeah.
I can get confused, don't get me wrong. I mean, I can tell somebody that they're a stripper and they're not, and they're just working Asda. So, you know, I can get it wrong, but with that, that's what I felt. Right. If I go quiet, I'm sorry. It's just because I'm trying to get what she's saying.
Yeah.
What are you saying? I feel like as well, Mum, it's like she feels she could have done better with you. right? Now, all of us mums, we always, when our kids get older, mine are older now, you sometimes do look and think, I wish I'd done this with you, I wish I'd done that with you, I wish I'd, you know, just to give them that bit extra, but she feels like she wish she could have done better with you. So maybe there was something as a child you wanted to do, or you had dreams about or something, and you never got round to it, or it never happened for you. And it's just like she wishes she could have done more for you.
Right.
Okay? Right. Do you know who Emma is?
No.
Again, remember I've said that name because obviously this name's it will come up somewhere along the line, but I've got the name Emma.
Right.
And I don't know why, but I've got the name Emma. I have to give you it. Okay?
Yeah.
Do you have a dog in spirit?
Yeah.
Where's it gone? I know you have because it's come in, the energy's coming in, it's gone round there, and I've just heard me cat run.
Oh.
So there's a dog energy in the house because the cat will just go. He's like, nah. Hold on. Have you got more than one in spirit?
No.
Right, because I've got a dog in spirit, but he's bringing friends with him here. I feel like I'm living in a zoo. Because I've got like dogs, so I don't know if your family likes dogs and has had dogs and they've all come together to say hello. I don't know, but I've got the main dog who's come through. Then I've got little energy of dogs as well.
Right.
That's. I'm waiting for a cat to walk past with its suitcase, mate. I really am. It's like I'm going. I'm leaving home. So I have to acknowledge the dog that's brought his friends through, and to acknowledge you. Right. Give me that again and then... Right, I feel I need to tell you to check your diary. And I don't know why, but I feel I need to tell you to check your diary. And when I get that, it sometimes can mean you might have something coming up that you could possibly have overlooked, or you might need to book something, or... But I feel like you need to check your diary. But I'm also getting from her as well that you've spoke recently regarding doing something or going somewhere or something on them lines, and you haven't actually done anything about it yet. So I need to say to you, book it. Do, you know, get the holidays in at work and book it, because she feels it'll do you the world of good. It'll like lift a lot of pressures off your shoulders as well.
Yeah.
And she's also making me feel as well the fact that you work in care, which is a wonderful thing. I mean, I admire you, because I'll be honest, I don't think I could do it. I really don't. But what she's saying is you're what's known as an empathic person, so you can understand and feel things from your patients and stuff. And she's saying, don't let her get too attached. But I feel you can't help it because you're an empathic person and you take things personally. So if somebody's passed over, it would affect you as it would affect probably one of the friends or something, because you can't just switch off from it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's acknowledging that as well. Right. I don't know which one has got a sweet tooth. I don't know if it's you or your mother, but I've got some biscuits sat on there that my husband's left. He's going to get bollock for it, like, because I don't like biscuits in my room. Right. And he's left the biscuit, and she's playing with the biscuits. It's like she's wanting a biscuit, and I'm like, you don't even put the kettle on, love, so you're not having a biscuit. Do you know what I mean? If you make a cup of tea, that's different, isn't it? You know, you get the biscuits out, but if you don't, then no. Bless her. Right. Okay. Now I can hear something in your background then. It's like a clicking noise, right? Don't know what it is, but I can hear it. But I feel as though I need to tell you that there's something in your kitchen that does click. What I can hear now, to me, it sounds like when a washer's going round and it's got something in the washer, like a buckle or something. You can hear it
Yeah,
clanging.
it's a dryer.
And yeah, but I feel as though you've got something in your kitchen that will click, and you'll hear a click. Like, you know, like a kettle flicking or something
Yeah.
like that. And I feel as though that happens in your kitchen.
It's not in the kitchen, but there is a click.
But Spirit's acknowledging the click. I might have got the
Right.
kitchen because I've heard the dryer. I don't know, but I feel like there's a click. I need to give you the click. All right. You're sat with a cup of tea and all. This is just shocking.
Because I can't find it, and it drives me mad.
But you can hear the clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's coming from.
But I feel like, as I say, this is what she's giving me, a click. It's like there's something clicking.
Mm.
If she starts in my house, I swear down, I'm not having it. Oh, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. I do readings, and then next thing I know, my kettle's boiling, my lights go on, and honestly, I'm like, if you don't pay me bills, don't flick the switches. Right. Okay. Do you have a child in spirit?
No.
Is there any family member around you that's got a child in spirit?
Yes.
Because I'm just asking, because there's a little energy that's literally just come through to acknowledge, but I can't get it any closer to tell you any more about it. But I know it's a child. But
Yeah.
it doesn't help when I've got a dog here that was wanting to play with the child, and then the child's energy chases the dog. So it's like I'm in a no-win situation here. But I know there's a child in spirit anyway. I know there's a child in spirit. And she's also telling me about some shoes. Something about some shoes. Now, I don't know if you've bought some, you're going to buy some or what. I don't know. But I feel as though there's something about some shoes. I need to tell you about some shoes. So,
Right.
I don't know if you've done what I do, and I'm always whinging that when I come in from work, my feet hurt and I can't walk properly, and oh my God, I'm sick of this. And then you get that little voice in your head, don't you? And it's like, well, if you bought some sensible shoes that actually didn't hurt your feet, you'd be all right. And I feel like I need to say that to you.
Right. Okay.
I do. Right. Is it you that's into rock music?
No.
Because I've just literally heard in my head like some rock music playing, and I don't know why. It might not be connected to you. It could be just something jumping in, and if it is, I'll ask it to leave. But it was like, because I like rock music, and it was like, oh, does she like rock music? You've let the side down, girl. Cup of tea and a fag, no rock music. Do you know what I mean? This is shocking. This. Right. Do you have a son?
No.
Right. Do you have a nephew or anything?
Yeah.
Because I feel as though I need to tell you about your nephew, and it's nothing bad in that sense, but I do feel I need to say that the reason he's been quiet is because there's something going on in his head, and I don't feel he can explain it properly on how to get it out. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you know, if somebody's got something going round and it's like, I don't know how to tell, I don't know how to say it, I don't know how to, and I feel he's got some things on his head, and I just feel like this has been acknowledged and I have to give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay? Right. Is it you that has issues with the skin? Dry skin?
Not really. No.
Because, again, she's giving me dry skin because my hands and stuff are like itching, and I feel like my skin's really dry. And she's acknowledging it. Could be her. She could have had dry skin. I don't know.
She had eczema.
There you go then. She's making me itch. Thanks.
Yeah.
You get no cup of tea and she makes you itch. Why do I do this? Right. She's also telling me I need to tell you that you need to follow your gut.
Right.
I feel like you're suspecting either something or someone, a situation, or you're suspecting someone of not being all that they seem, let's just say that. And you're starting to question yourself about it. Is it just you? You know, can it be sorted, this and that? But I feel like she's shouting to follow your gut because you're right about what's going on.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. As long as you understand it, darling, that's all I'm bothered about.
Yeah.
Right. I'm also getting that I feel like she's prodding me from spirit, so I don't know if she's prodded you. You know, like when somebody pokes you. Have you felt something poke you?
I don't know.
Remember I've said it, and keep an eye on it, because I feel as though I feel as though to get your attention, she's going to poke you.
Right, okay.
So remember I've said it, because it's mad what they do. It is mad what they do. Right. Do you want to choose your cards? I think that might be good, and then we can read the cards for her. Okay. I sometimes sit and talk to people, and my husband's going, who are you talking to? And I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. I bet he regrets marrying me, you know. Bet he does. Right, what I do is I draw you 3 cards. They choose them, I just pick them in my hands. They use my hand, their energy on my hand to choose. When I've done the reading and everything, I'll upload this and I'll send you the cards in the order that I've read them through your inbox. But what I will say is the internet in my house is so slow, a turtle could beat it, a tortoise could beat it, right? So it could take an hour, it could take 6, but I will get, as soon as it's uploaded, I'll give it to you anyway.
Yeah, no problem.
So I'm going to get them to draw you 3 cards. Which ones do you want? That one. Pick which one? That one. She's a bit hesitant at the minute. She's like, oh, that one, no, that one, no, that one. And I'm like, you're not picking 3 flavours ice creams, you're picking cards. Right, that one. Are we sorted? Put them there out the way. 1, 2, 3. Right. Your first card, Angel of Balance.
Right.
This card, she's drawn it for you because I do feel you need to start balancing things mentally and everything in your life, basically. You've got your family, you've got work, you've got your friends, you've got your next door's dog, you've got the car, but I feel like you are somebody who tries to take on too much at once, so you're off balance. And because you're off balance, it does affect your mental state, and it does affect sleep patterns, and it can affect your thought process and everything. And this is why she's drawn you this card. Balance everything. And the things that aren't important and the people that aren't as important, step back up just a little bit from them and balance it properly. That's basically what she's saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, your second card is Angel of Wisdom. Now, I do think you're a wise woman. I do. I mean, you know, you're intelligent. You've got that you've got that vibe about you. You're very intelligent. But I feel like there's somebody around you who basically you could sit above them and laugh. because they don't feel that you're as clever as you are, and that you're quite quick at catching on to things. And I feel like they're trying to take the, I don't want to swear, you know, take the Michael a little bit with certain things. But I feel like you're already aware of this, and you're a lot more sharper up there than they are.
Yeah.
But they don't realise that yet. So you've got the upper card with that. But I also do feel like there is somebody who's going to come in. I mean, they might already be in your circle, but they're going to make themselves more known. But I feel as though you do need to have a wise head on your shoulders, because I feel as though there's going to be a case of they want to move up the ladder somehow, and they're not bothered if they push you back down it. But they'll smile at you as they're pushing you down it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to give you that from her. And your final card is Angel of Soulmates. Now, I don't know if you've got a relationship. I don't know if you're married. I don't know anything about you. But what I do feel with this soulmate is, I feel as though the soulmate is more of a friend rather than a partner. It's like I've got a husband, but my one of my true soulmates is my friend from my childhood. Does that make sense? So I feel like you've got like a soulmate around you, and I feel this person understands you. They understand your character, they understand your little ways, they understand everything about you. But I also feel that there's somebody coming in, and it could be with this wisdom card, the person who's going to try and push you down the ladder. I do feel as though that they could be trying to come in between you and somebody else. Right. So remember, I've said that. Oh, it is a nice card. I'm trying to get something else off the card. I have to sometimes connect properly with it. It's a lovely card. Are you a water baby? Like the beach and the sea?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because this card, part of this card at the bottom, it's got like the water spray coming over the rocks, and I was really drawn to that part of the card. And I just feel like you're at peace when you can hear the sea and the beach and the spray. And it doesn't even have to be like Benidorm or something. It could even be Seaton Carew. Just the fact that you're near the water, and I feel it's a peaceful thing for you. I also feel like you've got something similar to what I've got. I feel you can connect with spirit.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I feel you can connect with spirit. But I feel like you've had an experience as a child, and you didn't know if you'd imagined it or you didn't know what, but I do believe you had an experience. But what happened was, it sort of like scared you a bit, and you've never really bothered since. But if you look into yourself, and if you possibly did a bit of meditation or something like that, I believe you can connect to spirit. I'm not saying you do it the way I do it. Everybody does it differently. Sometimes people see, sometimes people hear. You can feel them, sense them, smell them. Everybody's got different ways of doing it, but with you, I do feel you have got something to do with spirit. I really genuinely do that. And that's just what I'm picking up. So because I've picked it up, I have to give it to you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just stop the recording.